In this high-tech world, is there still a future for libraries? How will they connect communities, students, and faculty to information knowledge? Ernie Ingalls, UBC Okanagan campus, library's first ever leader in residence, recently discussed these and other related issues with industry professionals.
Today, in a world that is so preoccupied with media, with technology, as are libraries for that matter, but everybody asks that question that seems to be the elephant in the room. Well, why do we need libraries anyway? Can we not get everything we want through Google and through the internet? And I mean, if that question is asked once a day, it's asked 1,000 times. We have something to bring to the organization of knowledge that Google can't. We have something to bring to the interface between information knowledge and a client, an individual, whether that individual is a resident of a city through a public library, for example, or whether it's a student or a faculty member at a university, or whether it's a professional in a business or an industry of some kind. The interface between the information and the individual is extraordinarily important. What a lot of people don't realize as well, that interface gives some judgment, gives some professional judgment. We can provide the right kind of information in the right way to identify and to then deal with the situation that individual is actually having. Google, as an example, is a commercial organization. You can do a Google search here in Kelowna on a subject and you'll get a certain result. You can do that same search in Edmonton, you'll get a different result.
Libraries are the heart and the soul of a university. They're where we deposit the world's knowledge, and it's where we access the world's knowledge. They're also places where people work and places where people engage in collaborative projects and share ideas and socialize. Libraries have always been indispensable to understanding the culture we live in and the natural world around us, and they continue to be that way.
Ingalls suggests that libraries have an opportunity in the future to incorporate knowledge-based information on unique regional industries and provide specialized resources that the rest of the world could benefit from.
The example I used was the wine country, the industry here. You have museums in the area chronicling some of that. You have archives a little bit collecting it. You have libraries that have some element of it. You bring all of that together and you put a little more effort into it, and you have defined an ecology and you've defined an industry that the world is fascinated about, and it's sitting right here on your doorstep here in the Okanagan. Once you digitize a lot of those resources, curate them into a story, then it just increases our global information base so much more. And these are stories that even small areas, small regions should be telling, because the world really wants to hear some of those stories.
Although electronic devices will continue to have an impact on how libraries function and provide user-relevant services, libraries will still have a place in our society that devices can't offer.
I think we will migrate to mobile devices, and I think that's going to be incredibly popular. But what I think the library is going to retain, and we heard some of this morning, is different zones of space, including sanctuary. I love that concept of a walled-in space where it's silent and contemplative, but on the other hand, we're going to create all kinds of learning spaces for collaboration.
We provide a warm and encouraging and inviting, welcoming space for our users where they can come and serendipitously discover material. Now, we're in a position where we have to provide the sort of help resources where people can find the same sort of materials but in an electronic environment.
What about the future of books?
Over time, there'll be a stasis will emerge. There'll be a balance between electronic text and print text, and we'll just have to kind of see where that ends up. I still relish sitting on my Okanagan beach with my novel and reading it that way. And it'll be a matter of personal preference as well. But there'll still be a book, yes.